Welcome from the Strategy Execution Duke Corporate Education Partnership. My name is Jonathan Gilbert, and we're here to look at a course in the Adaptive Strategic Execution Program. Today we will look at Influencing Without Authority. My name is Jonathan Gilbert. I'm a Vice President of Product Management with Strategy Execution. I've been an instructor, a developer, and a consultant for Strategy Execution since 1992, and I am the program manager and own the product for the Adaptive Strategic Execution Program. Here's an agenda for our quick tour of Influencing Without Authority. We'll first take a look at an introduction to talk a little bit about what the course is about. We'll then take a look at the learning objectives. In other words, what are the expected outcomes for completing the course? We'll then look at how the course is organized. And then finally, we'll take a look at an actual course material that students will experience in the course. In this case, an actual exercise. Influencing Without Authority gives participants the skills to build the influence they need to lead work and direct strategy and actions on project-based work without always having formal authority to make the call. It focuses on the traits, attitudes, and behaviors of leaders who get work done through informal authority, whether managing or influencing down, across, or up in organizations. Here are the learning objectives for Influencing Without Authority. First, students will be able to identify what it means to influence without authority and what they can do to be successful. They should be able to read the larger context in which they wish to influence without authority. They will also be able to employ principles and tools to build their influence within their organizations. And finally, they will be able to apply what they've learned to a series of specific situations where leading without authority is most critical and required. The course organization for Influencing Without Authority is essentially a three-part discussion about influencing without authority. Students will first learn how to read the context in which they are attempting to influence without authority. Then they will learn about being influential, and then they will finally learn how to influence in action. That lays out across the 8 modules, where modules 1 and 2 is about the reading of context, and there is a context model with 5 elements. The 5 elements are personal behavior, relationships, networks, organization, and the environment in which they are operating. And in module 1, they'll be taking a look at that model, and in module 2, they will be applying the model to different contexts. Modules 3, 4, and 5 deal with being influential, where module 3 teaches the principles of influence. Module 4 is dealing with the organizational politics, and module 5 is about gaining credibility. And then finally, modules 6, 7, and 8 deal with influence in action. Module 6 deals with solving performance problems. Module 7 is about maintaining networks and relationships, and module 8 is about persuading others and influencing strategically. An actual exercise from Influencing Without Authority is presented. In this case, the name of the exercise is Diagnosing Your Network, and this is one of many exercises within the course that are application oriented. In other words, the student will then be able to apply what they've learned in the group discussions. In this case, a student is asked to complete the worksheet that is shown for some of the most important members of one of their networks, with a 1 meaning a high quality and very important, and a 3 meaning the opposite. You'll notice that the type of network that a student would select would either be a strategic network, a personal network that may or may not be a part of their work network, and then finally an operational or work network. So the student would then determine the names of their contacts in their network, the quality of that relationship, the importance of that relationship, and then an indication of who has introduced them, so that we can get a clearer picture of the larger network at play. This is the first part of this particular exercise. The second part of the exercise, the student is asked in diagnosing their network to draw a diagram of that network with themselves at the center, and then all of the people within that particular network type displayed around them. They might also be able to characterize the type of relationship that they have with each of the people within their network as well. The purpose of this exercise is to help students understand the importance of the various types of networks and where they reside within all of the different types of networks and their importance. If you want to learn more about influencing without authority, please contact us at strategyx.com/ASAP. Thank you.